words of truth without acts of love is hollow.
Yeah.
And 1 Corinthians 13, 1-3 says
Yeah,
that.
words of truth without acts of love are hollow. Boy, that's really good. That's a great way to put that. Jesus, when you saw him, he was always meeting a physical need, and it led to that spiritual need. Castleview, thank you so much for joining us today for our Castleview Baptist podcast. We had a really special weekend this past Sunday. We had our Missions Sunday, and we've got about 25 missionaries all around the world that we support. The average missionary we support at $360 a month, a few a little bit more than that. But we had an emphasis this past Sunday with a couple of ministries that we have right out of our church. Of course, last week was Chelsea Minnick and her family and the Castle Rock Women's Health Clinic and their fight for life. And this week, we've got another special couple with us, and this is Kelvin and Lilibeth Ivery. And Kelvin, Lilibeth, so good to have you guys. Kelvin, we go back a ways.
Yes.
Do you remember the first time we ever met?
Yes, in 2018. No, I'm sorry, 2017.
17, okay.
When I had just moved in the neighborhood.
That's right, 2 doors down.
2 doors down from you.
Yeah.
And you bought the cookies.
Yeah.
They were delicious, by the way.
Were they? Okay, my wife made them. I didn't. So they were from Debbie.
Understood.
I remember going over there going, I got to invite this guy to church. I don't know who he is yet. Right. And but I saw you come into the neighborhood and thought, well, let me go invite him and get to know him a little bit. And I think we had a nice little conversation.
Yeah.
I remember standing right there at the door at the end of it, going, "Hey, you guys have a church you go to or whatever?" And sure enough, it wasn't long later you came. I think it was Easter service was the next service you came. You remember that day?
Yep. Yeah. Well, I don't remember. That was like what
8 years ago?
8 years ago.
Is something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I
don't remember that day?
I remember coming to church for the first time.
Yes.
It was at Soaring Hawk.
That's right.
Elementary school.
Yeah, we're to school. I remember seeing you at the egg hunt out back. Remember we had that out on the back for the kids, and I remember talking to you a little bit back there as well.
Right.
And good, amazing that you're going out as a missionary now, and God is using you guys to go out and be missionaries in the Philippines. So I gotta hear your backstory, Lilibeth. I want to hear how you come into play in all of this as well. Lilibeth, of course, you are from the Philippines, and I guess Kelvin, about has it been 2-3 years you've
22.
been talking about doing this?
Well, when I was in a low point in my life, I was going through a divorce, and I remember going to your house, and you were counseling me, and I kept asking why? Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
And you said, you can't ask why, you have to ask what. And that resonated with me. It took me back to my childhood with my mother always telling us to pray. And so I left your house, I went home, and I started praying, Lord, what do you want of me?
Yeah. You can ask why for a season. You can ask that question for just a little bit, but if you stay at the why,
you never get to the what.
You're never going to. And the better question is, what are you going to do with this, God? How do you want to use me? What are you going to do with this circumstance, this trial I'm going through right now?
Right.
I forgot about that. That's amazing. You then went to, you enrolled in some classes online.
I enrolled into Veritas Baptist College, and I'm having a blast.
Yeah. You just told me about Matt Goins.
Matt Goins
is one of your teachers.
The Book of Acts.
Great guy. He's teaching the Book of Acts?
Yeah, he teaches the Book of Acts.
He does. Okay.
He did an awesome job.
Is that right?
As a matter of fact, when I get to the Philippines, that's where I'm going to start my missionary journey in the Book of Acts, because I think it relates as Paul went out and he's grabbing people and he's building churches and he's building relationships. Yeah. Actually, he's building communities. And that's what I see myself doing. Yeah.
Well, let me back up a little bit because I want to. Let's go back all the way to you're starting to get this burden. This started around 2022?
2022. Okay,
so you come to me a few years back and you're going, hey, I've got a burden for the Philippines. Okay, so why the Philippines? How did that start? We're going to get to Lilibeth in just a moment and how this connection happened, but how did the Philippines start?
It started because as I was praying that week, I was just sitting down. I'm sitting in my house alone. And I'm sitting there and I'm at the computer and I start seeing messages about the orphanages being overran. And it's like, wow, Lord, Eve was that far into the world that orphanages are being overran. Because I'm thinking from a military standpoint that people are going in and snatching kids. As I open up the link, it was talking about how there's so many babies being born in the Philippines that there's not enough orphanages. And so that's where the burden began. Yeah. And I have to get on the plane and I have to go over and see that.
I remember that. You came to me one day and said, I'm going to go to the Philippines. I just want to go. I've got a burden for what's going on over there. And you begin to have a burden for the children and the youth.
Yes.
Because I remember that the original thought in your mind was, I want to go and start some kind of a youth center that they can come, they can play basketball, they can play ping pong, but we can also give them the gospel.
Correct.
And that's when you first said that, Kelvin, I thought that's so random. You know what are you talking about? Here you are in the DEA. You've got a very solid career. You're how old are you now?
57.
57. Okay, young man still. I thought, what a random thing to have this. And to be honest, I thought, well, go have your trip. You'll enjoy your little time or whatever, and then come back because you're serving here at the church,
right?
And so I'm just going, well, he's coming back, and that who knows?
That was 3 years ago.
That was how
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah, he'll come back. It'll be nothing. And so, tell us about the trip that you took.
So I get there. So leading up to the trip, I had nowhere to stay. Didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
And then I met this lady here in Houston through another friend, who goes, oh, well, Gigi she's trying to do exactly what you're trying to do. Call her. And I talked to Gigi, and Gigi goes, wow, you need to stay with my auntie. And so that's how I met Vilma Fletos is their name.
Okay.
I picked up the phone a week before I was supposed to go on a trip. I go, yeah, I usually don't do this, but your niece, Gigi, said that I can. Oh, yes, we would love to have you. And before that, you had prayed that God open up the doors and close the doors that shouldn't be there. And then that's when I met Vilma. I get on the plane, I go to the Philippines, and Vilma and her husband were awesome. They had never met me. They only talked to me on the phone.
This is a random meeting in Houston.
Correct.
She says, call Vilma, my auntie.
Yeah.
And, okay, so you call. You show up now a week later.
Okay. I'm in Cebu, Philippines. And, okay, then we started talking about what I'm trying to do. And these two, Vilma and her husband, Frederico, they have the same passion. He's a ship captain. He's a captain of a boat that takes oil to different countries. And she has a PhD from Arkansas in education. And she goes, this is possible. And then I go, eventually I want to get to having a school, and I want to teach Christian foundation stuff. And she was like, well, you might as well just start a church. And here's the thing about Vilma. She's Catholic, but she believes in Jesus. She believes in the death and burial and resurrection. And she's baptized through immersion. And I would joke with her, like, well, why are you Catholic?
So is Vilma how did you get involved in the church then that you've been involved in now?
Well, I would eventually get sick on my first trip to the Philippines. So let me back up.
Okay.
We go around to different other churches because she goes, well, I'm going to introduce you to some Baptist pastors. And so we started going around to other churches, and we had an opportunity when we're at one church to go into a cemetery full of 19 families that's actually living in the cemetery. And I mean, these people are reminded about death every single day.
Why the cemetery? Why are they?
Because it was right next to the church.
It was next to the church.
And the pastor was like, let's go over there.
Okay. What I mean is, why do they live in the cemetery?
Because they're poor. They have nowhere else to live.
There's nowhere else to go.
Right. But most of them haven't heard about Jesus Christ, somebody that conquered death, but yet they're living in a cemetery and they're reminded of death every day. So we got to, witness to them, meet their physical needs. We handed out some rice and then I would get sick. And Lilibeth is going to tell you how we met. Because I knew her. I had spoken to her 3 times prior to going to the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
But she's going to tell you that story.
Okay.
Because she tells it better than me.
Yeah.
So I would get on the phone because I was sick and I had just got out of the hospital. And I was like, I cannot. I contacted her pastor and I was like, I cannot come. And he goes, well, let the Lord lead you. And that convicted me. And because I was supposed to go over there and meet him. And, because that was the church she was attending. I was going to, be in fellowship with them.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, I go, you know what? Velma, I need to go to Behold. And she goes, okay, we'll get you a ticket and blah, 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 and we'll send you on your way. And I go, I'll be there for about 3 days. Well, no, I'll be there for about 1 day. I'll go and then I'll come back the very next day. But I get over there and I meet Lilibeth. And I won't ruin the surprise because she loves telling this story. But I meet her and I immediately fall in love.
Yeah. Lilibeth, tell us about that. How did you meet? What did you think? Tell us about your story.
About our story, we are meeting in a dating site. And then we just talking 3 times only in 1 month. And then we communicating with 2 months. And then I was nervous because he messaged me that, oh, I'm going to the Philippines. What? You're going to the Philippines? Oh my God. And then, but the first that he messaged in dating site, I just only ignore him because, oh, who's this guy? It's old guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You say old guy? Yeah. And I just called him a young man.
I said, oh, it's old guy. And then I look at the back and then, oh, she's a Baptist. Oh, I need to go back. I need to write him back because I'm Christian and it's not good that I'm doing that. It look like I'm not Christian. So I feel like, oh my God. So I write him also. So that's why we started. But our conversation 2 months, only 4 weeks that we contact because he's not really texting much. And then when the time that he said that coming to Cebu, and he said he was sick, and then my pastor said, oh, you can invite him to come in our church. And what? They are excited, but me, I'm not excited.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not excited.
Yeah. What were you feeling pressure? Is that why?
Yeah, because I was so nervous because I'm not expected that he will come in the Philippines.
Yes.
Because you just imagine within 2 months, you just for conversation or like that, and
yes.
What, you're coming? And then my pastor there, she said, oh, you need to invite him so that he can preach in our what's called that prayer meeting in Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay, I try to invite him, but you try to invite him too. So our pastor called him in through WhatsApp or Messenger, and then he said that, oh, I'm coming tomorrow, and then said, oh, pastor, he's coming tomorrow. I go to the church. Oh, pastor, he's coming tomorrow. Oh my God, I was so nervous. Can you go with me? And his wife go with me, and the pastor go with me also, and then we bring the bao going to the Tubigan.
Yeah.
And then we meet in McDonald's. And then we come in a McDonald's. He was upstairs because you've been eating. He was eating upstairs. And then we go to the restroom because I was nervous at the time. And then when he said, oh, I'm going down. Okay, we're outside already at the time. Then he said, where? I'm looking at him. Then, okay. I said, okay. And then we're inside in the bao already. We call that bao. And then it's we're talking, and he's always joking, and I feel my heart I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So I feel he's good. And then when we got in the church, and then said, we're talking, come here. He said, what? Why you look so serious? Then I was so I'm so nervous.
Yeah.
And then he said, come here because and I have something to tell you. What is that? It's like, I'm serious to you. It's like, okay, if you're serious, why you not bringing me the engagement ring?
What are you waiting for? Yeah. Well, you know what's so interesting about you two is we've got another missionary that we've supported for years in the Philippines, Chris and Ivy Hurst. I don't think you know the Hurst.
Yeah,
I've mentioned them to you.
Yeah, you mentioned it to me.
Yes,
this time.
he is from America. We met them in North Carolina. She had left the Philippines years ago. She was born and raised in the Philippines, and she was a nurse. And so, matter of fact, when he was getting ready to, when he felt led to go back to the Philippines as a missionary, she didn't want to go. You know, she'd gotten so comfortable with the U.S. and some of the comforts and all those kind of things here. It was hard for her to want to go back. Well, God worked in her heart as well. They went back, and now when you go and visit their ministry, Ivy is such an amazing help to Chris because she's from the area, right? I mean, you know, when you're negotiating for rice or different things at the markets, they'll take advantage of him.
Oh yeah.
But she knows, you know, and she it's very interesting to go to it because she's telling them, you know, what to do and how to do it and all of that. You'll be such an amazing help in this too, Lilibeth, because you understand the culture so much better than he does. So tell me about what it is that you want to do when you get there, because you all have identified, you're working with a church that's there. You're partnering with the church that you were with, Lilibeth. Now tell us about the land, the vision. What are you trying to accomplish when you get there?
Okay, what we're trying to accomplish is to build a multi-purpose building. It'll have a worship center, it'll have some classrooms, and it'll have a gymnasium. It's still my original thought about helping children.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember the slide, but there's over 50 children from preschool all the way up to college that attend the church already. So we want to be able to cater to them because that's what a ministry is at. Yeah. If you can reach those young kids at this age, they're going to grow up and they're going to be amazing Christians. So we want to build I say an 8,000 square foot facility. It's only an acre and a quarter of a land. It's sandwiched between, I don't know if you remember the Chocolate Hills, but it's sandwiched between four of those.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it was really cool to see those. I've never seen the hills like that. It was really pretty.
So we'll have a view. And as I was thinking about a name for the church, I came up with Bible View. Because there is a view, and we want to be able to take the Bible and transform minds so that people can have a biblical worldview.
Yeah.
I think that's what would help the Philippines.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. So you would like to be able to start some kind of a youth center there to be able to attract children, but reach them with the gospel is what you want to do. When I was growing up, my dad was in the Air Force. He got out, then he pastored. And we had Hill Air Force Base was right there. We did all of our basketball, athletics, football. We played sports, baseball. We did all that on base. And they had what they called a youth center. And I remember going, they had a big screen TV in the corner. They had one room that had concessions. They had one room that was pool tables or ping pong tables. They've got a basketball court. Right. And I remember just being there for hours and hours and hours. And it was always a fun place to go, right? It was kind of a hangout place for us growing up. And so your idea is to have a place that they can gather. Not a lot of places like that in the Philippines or in that area. They can come in, they can gather, but now they've got almost Christian parents in a way that would give them a Bible worldview. Right.
And at least a discipleship.
Yeah.
Because once you can get them saved, you start discipling them. You start teaching them.
Yeah.
And then we're raising up more Christians.
Yeah, I love that. You've been not just waiting to minister one day when you get there. You guys have been ministering now. Right. I know you've been sending funds there. Tell us about the rice and the way the church has been using that.
So the rice is something that I started when I went on my first journey. And what it does is, because rice is a staple, and there's a lot of people that can't afford rice. A sack of rice, or 50 kilo sack of rice, or a 100-pound bag of rice is roughly $30. And people can't afford that. So what we've been doing for the last 6 months is buying 2 sacks of rice, breaking it down into I think 37 bags, 37 6-pound bags. And we invite the community in to hear the gospel. And then we give them a bag of rice. And that draws people into the church. There are people that want to come, but we don't have a means to get them there. And that one week that we started doing this back in the summertime, 14 people got saved.
Wow.
And they still come to church.
Yeah. People that came to the church for the rice, for the help.
Right.
You've been sending money. Both of you have been sending money to the Philippines to purchase this. And then they get there to get the rice, and they actually get what they really need.
Right.
And that was the gospel.
Because as a missionary, we must meet both the spiritual need, because that provides eternal hope.
Yeah.
And then we need to meet the physical need.
Yeah.
Because words of truth without acts of love is hollow.
Yeah.
And 1 Corinthians 13, 1-3 says that.
Words of truth without acts of love are hollow. Boy, that's really good. That's a great way to put that. Jesus, when you saw him, he was always meeting a physical need, and it led to that spiritual need, right? So they come in, they get the rice, they get fed, they sense the love of Jesus through his people, and then that kind of opens up a heart to be able to. Do you plan to continue that when you're there then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, we just bought a laptop for the church. They had an old laptop that I had left there that went bad. We bought a new one for the purpose of me actually being able to disciple on Sundays morning. So it'd be Saturday evening here, and Sunday morning in the Philippines.
So what are some of the needs that your ministry has right now? As you get prepared to go, I know you need people to pray for you. And I think you both would say, well, we need prayer. We want people to pray for us. What are some of the physical needs? What are the more tangible needs that maybe our church or maybe someone listening to this might want to be able to give toward?
For us or for the Philippines?
Well, for your ministry going to the Philippines. I mean, it may be a personal need that you guys have going. Maybe it's something that we can help be a part of while you're there. What are some of the needs that you have?
Well, we've already been blessed with the airfare. One of the members in the church stood up and bought us tickets.
Wow.
Which we greatly appreciate.
Yeah.
Getting there, the first need would be to get some vans to bring people in. And then so the church is meeting in a house, about 900 square feet. But the location in the house where we meet, there's 2 rooms behind it that we would need to transform to give us more space. So that would be the immediate need the day we arrive. We need to start working on that. Then we also need to purchase the 4,857 square meters, which is
just
an acre and a quarter of land.
Okay, to be able to build. You showed pictures Sunday night at church of the crowd that was in that little 800 or 900 square foot space that they're meeting in right now, and it was
it's
tight.
Crowded. Yeah.
It's packed. You wouldn't pack it that much here. People wouldn't want to sit that close to each other.
No.
So you definitely need some space to be able to reach people.
We need to have space to reach people, but if we can separate the adults and the children, sort of like we do at Castleview, and have the children have their own area where they're being taught, and then have the young adults and adults.
Sure.
In their own area. That would help immensely.
Sure.
And that's why we need a building. It's more having space so that we can feed people at the different levels that they are. And then you add the basketball court, and you add a kitchen. I don't know if you've seen that picture where every Sunday they cook food.
I did.
Because some people just aren't eating like they should.
Yeah.
And so this is probably a meal that they'll get, and then in 3 days they'll get another meal. So, hey, we just want to do a lot.
Yeah. Well, and the whole idea here would be to meet the physical needs so that you can meet the spiritual.
Correct.
And I remember we took a missions trip to the Philippines several years ago. I think it was 2019 we were there. And just even having a basketball hoop attracted those kids. I mean, the kids love to be able to go out and play basketball, and it's just not that prevalent. They're not all over the place. Right. They don't have access to those kind of things like we might here. And so even having a space that's safe for them to be able to come and enjoy, whether it's get food, whether it's play games, whether it's get to know each other a little bit, but then to have that ultimate goal of giving them the gospel, discipling them. Very exciting. I love the vision that God has given the two of you to be able to go out there, and I love the burden He's given you, Lilibeth. You have the passion and the energy and the excitement and ready to go, and you're going to be a tremendous help to Kelvin there as well. So I want you both to know how much we appreciate what you're doing, how much we love both of you, and you've got a support. Our church is your sending church, and we want to be a part of what's going on there, from praying and giving and just missions trips. I want to take a missions trip out there.
Christian has already talked to me about it.
Yeah, we want to do it soon.
Right.
We've talked about why wait. We want to get out there, and I could see us even being able to go into those cemeteries like you're talking about, and try to meet some needs, and taking rice to different places, and whatever we can do. And when you're ready to build, I think we would have some guys that would love to come out and
I've asked Bill.
Yeah, good. He'd be a good. What a better guy than that, right? To be able to go and do something like that. And so we're very excited about you guys. How can we pray? You leave when? I think you've got about 45 days.
December 15th.
December 15th. Okay, less than 45 days.
Less than 45 days
before you guys leave.
Pray that God removes the obstacles. Going back to the book of Acts, Paul and them had a lot of oppositions, and they came from everywhere.
Yeah.
And those oppositions are rearing up. The government is shut down. So we don't know how our travel is going to be come December 15th. So just things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Lilibeth, you excited to get back?
Yeah, I'm excited.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Because there's so many people there. They're excited to come that you come back there also.
Yes. So, people in our church would know this. Lilibeth is a mover and shaker at the church there. I mean, she's one that goes around and, hey, you got to come to church. And I know you guys have told me that she's a connector kind of a person. And so I think God has brought you all together uniquely right now to be able to really meet some needs.
And people have told her, and this is why I'm excited to go and to build. When you build your building, we will come. Is what people are telling us.
Yeah.
And so we have a chance to just reach many lives.
Yeah.
Hundreds of lives.
Yeah, I love it. We're going to be praying that direction. We're going to be sad to see you go from here. Kelvin, you've been serving here for years now.
Right.
And Lilibeth, since you got here, you've been just anything you guys can do. You jump right in, you serve, you work, you love people. And so we will miss you here, but this is what Jesus tells us to do. Pray, therefore, that the Lord of the harvest will send forth laborers. And we believe that the fields are white unto harvest. The Philippines is a place that needs laborers. Boy, you throw a dart at a map, and there are people there in that place that need to hear the gospel. And so we need more and more people that would feel that call out of our church and be willing, not just to feel the call, but be willing to disrupt their lives, to be able to go out and do whatever God wants them to do.
Well, it's like you said, it's a step of faith.
It's a step of faith.
And I truly believe that's what I'm doing.
We've been going through this sermon series through Genesis, but the latest one, Steps of Faith with Abraham.
Correct.
You've had to be feeling like, okay, I relate with a lot of this, right?
Yes.
I'm going to a land I do not know, and I'm leaving kindred and home and everything comfortable to go out to a place I'm not even sure exactly what's going to happen.
Correct.
I'm sure this has really resonated with you, the series we're going through right now.
And as I get into this, I'm learning that only 1%, less than 1% of Filipinos have had transformed lives through hearing the gospel.
Wow.
So 99% is just either unreached or
it's an incredibly open mission field.
Yeah.
And
more need to go.
More need to
not
go.
just
us.
The Philippines is known as the only Christian nation in Asia, but that's due to their Catholic heritage.
Got it. Not a born again believer through the right. Gotcha.
But I think as Christians we can change that.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Well, we're going to pray that through this partnership that we have together with you all moving to the Philippines and serving there, that God will make an incredible impact in that place. Love you both. Thank you. Thank you for being here and being willing to do this. Our church loves you both, and we're sad to see you go. but excited that we get to do this together, that this isn't you all leaving and we just kind of lose touch, but we're really looking forward to being a part of what is going on through your ministry. So thank you for loving Jesus this way, and thank you for being willing to go and to serve. And Castleview, thank you for loving missions and missionaries. And if you've got any questions, our intention is to take Kelvin and Lilibeth on as monthly supported missionaries, and to be a real special, important part of what's going on there in that ministry. And so if you've got questions about them or how you can be involved, or some way that you want to help them specifically, let me know that. Talk with them. They've only got about 45 days before they head to the Philippines. And so right now is the time. If you've got questions you want to talk with them about, obviously see them at church, talk with them, and I know they'd love to talk with you about it. Hey, thank you for joining this episode of the Castleview Baptist Podcast, focusing the last couple of weeks on missions. And let's ask God to help us this week to be missionaries wherever God's called us to be, and to spread the gospel of Jesus every day and in every way that we possibly can. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you again next week.